Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Jason. I wanted to take just a few minutes and I figured it was time for me to kind of expose some of the truths about Trip Valet incentives, also known as TVI. A lot of people will call it TBI, so I want to use that. And I just want to take a few minutes to kind of break down three things that you need to know about Trip Valet incentives before you get into it. I get messages all the time from people all over the country that they see my name and my face on the testimonial side. So I get messages all the time asking questions. How does it work? How do we best use it? Best practices, all that good stuff. So I figured it was time I just kind of give like a good bird's eye view of the top three things that you need to know before signing up for Trip Valet incentives. Now, first things first, a little bit about me, just so you kind of know my background. I have been with Trip Valet since kind of the early stages, since the inception. I was part of the beta program when they were testing it, kind of working out all of the kinks on it. I was a part of that program. Now, and you'll see my name on the site when you go to it. You will see my name and my face and kind of a little snapshot of my successes with it. I worked with Timothy Chen, who is one of the founders of TVI. We put together a script that we put on Facebook and some local groups inside of Facebook itself, and just kind of like some organic lead generation. And this thing completely exploded, generated over 60 leads in 24 hours. So, I mean, this completely blew up on us and kind of opened up a whole new world on how to use these in ways that we can do this organically without having to pay for the ads and pay for the marketing. So, and now to this day, I still use the incentives. I run Facebook ads. I use incentives all the time. I get questions frequently on how to best put together the Facebook ads using the incentives to get insurance quotes and how to stay within compliance and all that good stuff. So I do this often. Now, one of the things that people love to hear about it is and back in September of 2018, just a few months ago, depending on when you watch this, I generated over 170 leads and I closed 44 life insurance applications. Now, that is complete insanity. That story has been told over and over again, but those are all incentive-based ads. Did it again in October. This time was on the home and auto side. I was trying to do a PNC campaign. Did this, same thing, incentivized it, had a campaign that we put together with another one of my coaches, and we were able to generate over 100 leads on that. Picked up about 2.5 dozen new households that month. So this stuff works. So I want to tell you a little bit about my story with it, my successes with it, so you know a little bit about me and the fact that I do use this program. So I wanted to have full disclosure. Now, here we go. Three things that you need to know about Trip Valet incentives before you sign up. Now, number one, when you are giving these to your clients, they cannot be used right away. I've only had a handful of people get upset with me when it comes to using these trips. And 9 times out of 10, it is because they want to use it right away. There is a 30-day notice requirement. I think there's actually one of the certificates that you can't use within a 30-day window, but they want the advanced notice. So as long as you're communicating this properly, you won't have a problem. As long as you are telling people up front, hey, there are 2 conditions on this. First is you can't do it within 30 days. And the second one is they ask that you don't travel within 5 days of a national holiday, peak times and what have you. So as long as you are communicating that to your clients appropriately, you won't have anybody getting upset with you. Now, the second thing that you need to know, first, can't use it right away. Second is it's not a free vacation. Stop telling people this. if you want to get people upset with you quicker than anything, is to tell people that you're giving them a free vacation. It's not a free vacation. You're not able to cover their travel to get to the destination, especially if you're sending them to Mexico or to Vegas or Orlando, depending on where you live in the country. that travel expense can be quite a lot. So we're not covering that piece of it. What these certificates will cover is the cost of the room itself. The client does have a certain portion of it that they have to cover. There's taxes on it, there's fees on it. There are things that the person does have to cover. Now, depending on where they stay and when they stay, those fees will vary. But all you're doing is you're comping the cost of the room, and they have to cover the taxes and the fees. It comes out to like $20 a night. It's not a lot of money. So in the long run, you're coming out way ahead of where you would be if you were to just say, hey, I'm going to go spend a week in Mexico and pay for it myself out of pocket. So when we explain it that way, people, again, are a lot less inclined to get upset and get angry with you for telling them, hey, it's a free vacation, when it's not. They still got to get there. They still have the taxes to pay on it. They've got a portion that they are responsible for. So as long as you are communicating this properly to your people, you're not going to have a problem with these. Now, number 3, people say there's no restrictions. There are a few restrictions. So people say, give them unlimited, give them away as much as you want. Okay. While that is true, you can give away as many of these vouchers or certificates as you want. There are a few things that you need to know. One, I'm actually on their website now. I wanted to give you guys a little sneak peek behind the curtain a little bit and show you what it can do. These are all of the certificates they have. They've got a free health discount card, which is amazing. Definitely look into that one. You got a golf and stay in Cabo, 3-day, 2-night cruise, 3-day, 2-night getaway. They've actually expanded this. We just need to update the site, but they've expanded that. You can actually go up to 5 nights on that one certificate. You got 5-day, 4-night in Mexico, 8-day, 7-night in Mexico, a 5-day, 4-night in Vegas. This is unique. I've seen a lot of other incentive companies out there. Nobody has done this. I've seen nobody do a cruise, and I've seen nobody do a round trip airfare ticket included. So this is a airfare for 2 on a 2-night stay. Nobody else does this. If you're going to give this one away, what I tell everybody, make sure that you are using them correctly. Make sure to read the terms and conditions that go with that. Since airfare is included, there's a little bit more of a process to the claiming process on that. So definitely make sure you know what you're doing before you send that one out. 8-day, 7-night. This is kind of the flagship of the program. 8 days, 7 nights, over 3,500 locations worldwide. This thing is insane. You can go anywhere in the world, stay for a week, and it costs you like $315 or something like that. It's absolutely insane. So what you want to make sure of when you start talking about restrictions, there's a lot of other companies out there. The way this one works is I can send you as the recipient any of these. I can send you all of these once a year. So I can't send you this 3-day, 2-night more than once inside of a year. So what happens is I can send this to you for your birthday, but I can't send it again later in the year for your wedding anniversary. I have to wait a full calendar year before I am able to send that voucher to you again. But that doesn't mean that I can't send you the big one. If you send you this little one as a thank you for doing business with me. I appreciate you for sending a referral to me or what have you. So we can do that one, and then I can kind of turn around and I can say, hey, for your anniversary, congrats, you love birds. I'm going to send you on an 8-day, 7-night. So you can use these as you want, but so there are a few restrictions on what you can and cannot do with it. Now, here's what I want to do. So I'm going to show you some of the tools that you have here in the back office. Once you get started, so there is a 3 for free program, and then there is also a 7-day free trial. So up here you'll see in the corner the 3 for 3 kind of talks about that. That's kind of more on the affiliate side. But they do have a 7-day free trial, so feel free, get the trial. I will drop the link and the description below, so you will be able to get in, take a peek around, and see what you think. In the briefcase, so they've got a lot of very cool stuff. Well, first over here, we're going to just jump into the FAQ. If you've got questions, they've got a really neat setup here. Covers a lot of the basics. And they also have a Facebook group as well, Trip Valet Incentives. You can jump into that group. They have a files tab. Obviously, ask any questions you have. In the videos, they have this broken down. So we can actually go by training, or you can actually go by, like for me, I'm in insurance. So I want to go by life insurance. Hey, here's some nice little put together for you videos. They're just a kind of a plug and play. You can post these, you can use these in any of your marketing. So marketing tools. These are a pretty neat little thing that you have, some nice PDFs that you can download. And this top portion right here is exactly what it looks like. So you can download these. And you can advertise these on your business page. You can send them out to your email list, whatever it is that you want to do. So now I want to go back over here to videos real quick and kind of show you some more of what they have. So on like the training, okay, so if you want to like sales training, they have that. So if we're okay, so for the certificates, if we want to give away, or we're going to go inside here, here's a video that talks about, the different ones inside the United States. So we'll go to general. Okay, we got car sales in here. Okay, we got one for a test drive. So we've got a big realtor base as well. I know inside of it, they've got some drop down stuff that are white labeled to some of the big players, Keller Williams, Remax, EXP. You go in here and it talks about, doing the, market analysis, home value, direct listing. So, I mean, there's a lot of resources that are already put together. And I tell you what, this list grows all the time. I'm in here about once a week just to kind of take a peek and see what all they have. And they have a lot of stuff that is already there put for you. Now, at the time of this recording, I know they have a ClickFunnels walkthrough of how to put it together. I know they're in works of building this out. So if you have a ClickFunnels account, you can obviously come here and they will have it all done for you. So right down here, we've got on real estate, and they have one for insurance, and they are adding more all the time with 2 opt-in pages and then a thank you page on both. So guys, that is it in a nutshell. Down in the comment section or in the description below, you'll see 2 links. One is a 7-day free trial, and then a direct link to my Facebook Messenger. Feel free to reach out to me if you have questions. If you're like, hey, you know what, this incentive program sounds great, jump in, take the free trial that is on the link below. But if you've got a few questions, feel free to contact me. I'll be happy to just chat with you and kind of give you an idea of how we best work this. This works for so many different industries. At last count, I think I've seen about 50 different industries across the country and really across the world that are using these incentives to grow and explode their business. So if you are interested, if you've got questions, check the comment section below, and I'll be happy to help you in any way that I can. So anything else, I'll see you on the inside. See ya.